I'm just fitting the sockets for the 230 volt electric. I'm putting both in next to each other, 230 volt, and I'm doing one next to it for the inverter. I don't think I'll ever need it, but while everything's open I thought I'd put them in, so I thought I'd just give you a quick show and tell why I'm doing it. So you never know, might be useful for something you're doing. If you find this clip, you've got something obstructing it here that you can't push it in, you can just take it out and just cut that piece off, and when you do, you put that in, just put a screw into the yellow bit on the plastic and it hold it in place as well. So I don't know, might be something useful for some of you. So I'll crack on and I'll show you a bit more in a minute, because I'm making a plinth at the minute to go down the bottom there. I'll put the cables in, the two. I've just marked it with red for now. That's going to be the 230, and this one will be supplied by a little inverter. Like I say, I don't think I'll ever use it, because the inverter's only a 500 watt, yeah, 500 watt inverter, so you can probably only use 400 watts or something continuous. Yeah, 400 watts. So, but it's just run this little jigsaw, which was handy. Instead of me getting all power to the boat, I've just run it off of, and it worked okay. Getting back to the electrics, obviously what they are, but underneath here I've just made a plinth. I think I've cut it right. It's just a bit of 12mm ply I had left over. You don't really need 12mm, but it's a piece what I had, so I've cut some holes in it. I've got, that is obviously going to go into there, and I've got that's going to go into there for the heating duct. Then hopefully that's all going to line up. I did measure it before I cut it, obviously, and I've got some little fixings to go on the back of that. Some of these little clips, you screw this onto the plinth, and that slots into here. It's a bit difficult with one hand, but you basically slide that in, and then it should clip round. I've used these plastic legs underneath. I've cut them down to, because they was obviously too big, but it's something else we had, so I've cut them so that should sit like that, and then that just clip round it and hold the plinth on. So I'm going to get on with that, and I'll show you when I get a little bit further. Well, I've got these bits in. Just a bit for the heater and for the electrics. So now we're trying to get it in place, and hopefully that's going to work. Well, I finally got the plinth in. Got the cables through there. It's the heating duct. Got it in as best as I can. Don't know if you can really see that, but I didn't use the little legs in the end. It's a tight fit, but it wasn't until I was going to fit it. I don't have any little 12mm screws, but it's a tight fit, so I think it'll be okay. If it's not, I can always get some 12mm screws. Heating ducts all in okay. Cables are in. So obviously on the 220. and this one's going to be the inverter. So another job done. I'm just cutting this socket in, and behind here this one fits fine. Just a little tip for you, this one I've got obviously a piece of wood running up here, so I can't push that in. I'll show you in a minute what I mean. So you can just cut the back off and put a screw in it. I don't know if you can see that, and that will hold it in place as well. It's taken a while. I finally finished the 220 hookup. Got this side is 220 shore power. This side is inverter. And then if I go round, I pretty much got the same here. This is 220 shore hookup. This goes to the inverter. I've got to get some little labels so I can put 220 shore power, 220 shore power inverter on it, something like that. I don't know. And then I've got under here as well. So it's pretty much the same. It's shore power and inverter, and they've all got USBs on them. I've got the bit for the heater there, as I showed you before. So I think the 220 sorted. Now if you can see that, it's a little garage consumer unit. It's only got 2 fuses. You've got your main income there, and you've got a 20 amp there and a 6 amp there. I'm not using the 6 amp because I don't need it for lights. I've just got the 20 amp for the sockets. So that's pretty much it really. Got some the sockets there, there, and under there. That's all the sockets I need. I don't think I even need that many, and I've never ever needed it, so I don't think I'll ever use it, but I've got it there now.